Talk about spring fever. Woo! Saturday. It's about almost 6 p.m. It's about 10 of, I think. And last weekend was nice. Got some peas in the ground. Got a few things done around here, working on the fences. But today was that first day when you really feel it and get energized. At least that's the way it was for me. I've been out here. It's almost 6 p.m. I've been out here since 9 a.m. pretty much nonstop, to borrow the phrase from the great Dan Whitney, a.k.a. Larry the Cable Guy. I've been out here getting her done since 9 a.m. I knocked off about 4:30, and I've been prepping for this show. In honor of Vincenzo, a little sake, but chilled in a wine glass. I deserve it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you around, show you what's been going on around here since 9 a.m., and then we're going to go into the kitchen and prep up sake, because it's another cultural appreciation episode. Going to do some yakitori. Let me show you around the yard first. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
All right, the first thing I did is come out here about 8 a.m. this morning to let these mooks out, as usual. And I fixed this, what I call the 3-year impulse purchase. I've been thinking about this since I built the coop. And just one of those things, anytime you go to Lowe's, wherever, Herzog's, I forget. But I saw it the other day, picked it up. Let's see, we got 4 eggs already. Yeah, nothing more. Okay, so that started my day. Got that screwed on. Bonus. Last weekend, like I said, it was pretty nice. I got all the fruit trees mulched last weekend. These 2 young apple trees and the peach tree up front. And today I fed them and watered them. I got those stakes that go into, you pound them into the ground. So all the fruit trees are done, but the majority of the day was spent once again on this garden fence because I'm racing the clock. I've got garlic up over yonder. And back there are peas, kale, I think radish. They're not up yet, but they will be soon. So them rabbits are going to find out what's going on. And then the deer. So, like I said, I'm rushing to get this done. I got those top braces in. Put a few more angle braces in. And got these 2 panels of fence up. That big panel is going to span 2. I got it cut. And tomorrow looks nice. So it looks like I'll get that on tomorrow. So quite the day. Other odds and ends happened. But now we're ready for yakitori. So I got a little fire going here in the old smoker pit. It doubles as a kettle. So I want to cook these logs down to just nice hot white coals. So we got plenty of time to bring it in the kitchen and prep up this yakitori. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
All right, I am super psyched for this yakitori tonight. What a day it's been. And I'm hungry. All I had was a couple of eggs early, and then I had some pineapple with creamed honey and an orange. And it's now 6 p.m. So I'm ready to eat. Fire's going. Now, one of the reasons for this dish tonight, yakitori, I think I mentioned in the last episode I had some guests here. I'm not going to repeat that whole gag about, babes, dames, all that. That was a joke. I had the Squeeze and La Professoressa here. And we had a hoot and a holler. And, man, the gifts that came my way, unbelievable. But anyway, at one point we were sitting around talking about the house and how when I moved in, I just got a new dehumidifier, by the way. Even bigger. So the basement's doing good. But I was telling them about how when I first moved in, I wasn't aware of the humidity issues or any of that. And I piled all my cookbooks. There's a stone shelf going down to the basement. I lost some of my favorite books to mold. So I was talking about this Japanese cookbook that I loved and these different dishes. And while we were talking about it, unbeknownst to me, La Professoressa went right online. She had the little MacBook open. And the next thing I know, it showed up in my doorstep. The Cooking of Japan. This was from the Time Life series. It was one of my favorite books back then. And now I got a brand new copy. But there was a bonus. I only had this book in hardcover, which I have again. So many great recipes. But when it showed up, there was a second book. I didn't have this. The cover fell off. Whatever. These are all the recipes from here. I mean, they're in here in the context of the narratives and whatnot, telling you all about Japan, the food. But then you get a side book that's just the recipes, so much easier to look them up. So let's go to the yakitori and head over to the marble, and let's see what we have for it. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
All right, it's yakitori, so obviously chicken. We got this nice Campanelli Farms full-bone thighs right here in Canosa Lake in New York State. So I'm going to break these thighs down. I don't want to put you guys through, raw bird and all that. So I'll break those down and get the skewers ready. But we have a few tablespoons of the same sake I'm drinking, which, by the way, it's just a table sake. It wasn't expensive, but it's pretty good, passable. A little sugar. I've been using this organic sugar lately for my coffee. I have regular white sugar for the hummingbird feeders. It's getting that time of the year. But I figured I'd use this in the recipe. Some scallion, ginger, mirin. We're going to make a nice teriyaki sauce with the mirin, the soy, and bonus, I had some nice chicken stock in my freezer. Ice cubes. You got to use the ice cube trays. Okay, the rice just came up to a boil. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give it a little quick stir. Turn this heat off. And now I'm going to cover it. And what I like to do is take this cover. You want a tight seal. And then I take a little kitchen towel like this. Gives me a nice tight seal. And instead of leaving it on this burner, because I don't want the bottom of the rice to burn, I'm moving it up here. And I have the griddle burner on super low. And this way it's almost like a faux double boiler, because it has this cast iron between the flame and the pot. So hopefully the rice won't burn at the bottom. So I'm going to set my timer for 20 and let that rice go. All right, let's move on to the yakitori. All right, here's the yakitori. I prepped them all up. I soaked the skewers for 30 minutes in water so they don't scar up on the flame too much. The chicken I cubed up, scallion, and that's it. Simple, simple. Now, you know what I realized? Well, it was, again, I'm reading this from the recipe of that Time Life Japanese book that I had so many years ago and now I have again. And in that recipe, you actually do you do the chicken, but you also do chicken livers, which, by the way, I love. I know some people are going to bum about that. But so a bunch of the things I had out for the initial prep, they were marinated for the chicken livers. We don't have those. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our teriyaki, which is chicken stock. And I lucked out. I had this beautiful stock in the freezer. I didn't even know about it. It went in there for something else. So it's a 1-1-1. I'm using my half cup measure. It's chicken stock 1, soy sauce 1. I should take this off. And mirin 1. That's that Japanese sweet wine. 1-1-1. That's your teriyaki sauce. Soy, Japanese soy, mirin, and chicken stock. Let's mix that around and give it a taste. Oh, beautiful combo. Soy mirin and chicken stock. Teriyaki. So we're going to use that to baste the chicken when we put it on the grill. Let's bring everything out by the grill and get this cooking. Oh, wait, before we do that, let's check our rice. Remember, I had it in this pot with the towel over the lid. I steamed it for 20. Oh, looks perfect. Looks perfect. Yeah. Perfect consistency. So let's go out to the grill now and cook this yakitori. Oh yeah, I'm psyched. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
All right, look at this fire. That's coals, white hot coals. I've been tending this for about 2.5 hours. I just kept adding logs, branches, hardwood, softwood, you name it, until it cooked down into those coals. And now, so let's go get our yakitori. However, full disclosure on this show, we always tell you, we'll tell you what's going on. So I went to move this over, this stump, because I want to put my sauces, my chicken, everything on it right next to the fire. I dropped it and it rolled. Kicked the whole thing over. I lost the whole fire. Look. I just finished picking up all the coals with the tongs. But nothing's lost except time. You know, we're fighting the sun. Other than that, we're good. The fire's back. Nothing damaged. I just tonged them all back in. Nice white hot coals. So let me get the sauce and the chicken and let's grill. All right, we're losing daylight here. That was my screw up. But this fire is beautiful. Nice white hot coals. Gave this thing a couple of good scrapes. I'll give it one more. And then we'll take, remember this peanut oil from last week? I fried in it once. It's perfectly valid peanut oil. Take a little of that onto a paper towel. And just give our grates a nice little wipe. Just oil them down a little before we put our skewers on. They're cleaned off, they're scraped. And just oil them down. Get them nice and clean. Okay. Go on with the skewers. Now, you can take a little of this teriyaki. Give them a little baste with the brush. And we'll do this on the fire too. I just want to get them lubed up before I put them on. Let's flip them over. Give them another bath. Oops, that one flipped. And now let's get these on this nice white hot wood coal fire. It's nice and hot. I can feel it. But I'm going to go rinse this platter so we can take them off. And while I do that, I will let you just look and listen. It's kind of like an ASMR thing. Okay, I'm back with my plate. Rinsed it off. Let's keep that teriyaki working. I don't know how long it's been. I haven't been counting. Maybe I'll flip them. Thing is, you don't want to flip them too much. You want to get them nice and caramelized. That's what this, with the mirin, the soy. You really want to let them get the full brunt of that heat from those coals. Oh, it smells unbelievable. Oh, yeah. I can smell the scallions charring. All right, let's give these a flip. Yeah, we're going to flip them back again. They're by no means done. But look at that nice. We're getting some nice caramelization on this teriyaki. I still see raw chicken in there. We're just going to keep flipping them and basting them. And by the way, instead of just brushing it on, you give it one of these. Some of it drips into the coals, the fire, makes them spit and steam. It all contributes to the end result. Let's get in there. There's magic going on right now. We'll keep that angle for the duration. I see some smoke coming up. It wouldn't hurt. This thing was originally designed as a smoker. Keep a little of that heat in, because it is chilly out here. The heat's dissipating quickly. All right, partially because of my blunder, knocking the thing over, we're losing daylight. But everything's looking good. Let's bring these beauties in and plate them up. Okay, let's get our rice out. Came out perfect, sushi rice. Now, to present it, I'm going with a few drops of sesame oil. This is not a recipe. I'm just making this up off the top of my head because why not, right? So let's just lubricate this little glass bowl with our sesame oil. Take some of our sushi rice, put it in there like so. Press it down just a little. This sushi rice is sticky. What you want to do is get your hands a little bit wet. That's what the sesame oil is for. All right, you wet your fingers, it's easier to... Now this is not sushi rice with the, the syrup, the vinegar and sugar syrup. This is just straight up rice. Let's push it in there. And now we'll take a serving bowl, put it upside down. And this should be our serving rice. There we go. All right, now let's get our yakitori. Full disclosure, they weren't quite done out on the grill. So what I did is I put them in the toaster oven because I'm also roasting some of the leftover chicken, the fat and the thigh bones that I cubed this off of. I have in the toaster oven for a stock. So I finished these in there. Beautiful, look at that. And that's it. There's no garnish. They're all glazed up. If you try to put something on that Japanese rice, you're going to insult your chef. So let's just dig in. Oh, now this chicken's nice and cooked. Well done. It was too raw coming off the fire. That was my fault. Let's get some chicken, a little bit of rice. Oh, yeah. The rice is perfection. Chicken is perfectly cooked now that we broiled it off in the toaster oven. The scallions. I think the scallions make the dish. Roasted scallions, some rice, some chicken. What a Saturday, as Saturdays go, man. A lot of hours, a lot of labor, followed by this chicken yakitori. Ah, such a reward. Sake, chilled in a wine glass. Vincenzo. This was so good. This is the first spring fever day of the year. This rice is so perfect with the charred scallion. We'll see you for the next episode.
Come on.